So herring is an important part of the appetizing tradition, and herring is cured and sometimes pickled fish. So herring traditionally was a poor immigrant food. It was very cheap, and my great-grandfather sold schmaltz herring, which is this filleted or this whole, from a push cart on Orchard Street. And this is herring that's cured, hard cured in salt. So before refrigeration, they were salting these herring, kind of like bacalao, like very hard in salt, so they could last outside of refrigeration. Immigrant families would come and get a schmaltz herring for 2 meals. The first meal, they would rub the fat of the schmaltz herring on bread and just eat the bread, and the second meal, they would eat the herring. So herring was a very popular food on the Lower East Side in appetizing tradition. And our offerings of herring are schmaltz, which is the most old school traditional herring, whole and filleted. And then we have a couple different other types that I'll prepare while I'm talking. We have the base pickled herring, typically served with onions, pickled onions, and cream sauce. Then we have the same base pickled herring, served with mustard and dill sauce. It's a Swedish style herring. Then again, the same base pickled herring. And this is a North Atlantic, very cold water herring, not very fatty, and pickled with sugar and vinegar, served with curry sauce. This is one of the recipes that was later in coming, I think probably only 15 years old. The next is a Swedish style matjes, which is a cranberry cinnamon spiced brine. It is a matjes herring, which means pre-spawn, so it's a typically smaller and softer herring. A lot more tender, but very delicious. And I'm gonna show you the schmaltz as well. So schmaltz herring that we talked about, that my great-grandfather sold from a push cart, schmaltz means fat in Yiddish. So this herring is an extra fatty herring cured in salt, only salt. So it's particularly salty. It's also got a stronger flavor than most of the other herring. Often served with boiled potato and raw onion, a real delicacy. Schmaltz herring, boiled potato, raw onion, and a shot of vodka is all you need. Then another more recent development in Russ and Daughters was this smoked French herring, which is quite a heavy, smoky flavor, and usually served with boiled vegetables. Typical French preparation. And then with the pickled herring, we do a couple things. We make a chopped herring, which is basically ground up pickled herring and some celery and green apples. And then we make beet, apple, and herring salad, pickled beets, green apples again, and chopped up herring.